Welcome everybody. We are back. Took a little bit of break. Just enough time to just do some stuff around the house, just to relax for a moment. Watch a couple videos. Now we're gonna head back and we're gonna just go back into do some adventuring. Talk to the wife a little bit about the Karen, her wondering what in the world was going on, which was kind of hilarious. All right, we have satellite defense. I hate satellite defense. Maybe a little bit. It'd be a little bit different.
Someone actually heard the distress call.
What
Thank you for coming to help us.
What happened here, Captain?
Our convoy has a shipment of defense satellites for an installation in the Necrit Expanse. Unfortunately, one of our ships had some difficulty maintaining their warp field and had to stop to make repairs. We couldn't leave it behind. Normally this wouldn't be a problem, but a Vaadwaur scout ship detected us and offered to assist.
The Vaadwaur are usually not the ones to lend a hand.
I was surprised myself, to be honest. Things were going well until Captain Velis mentioned that Vaadwaur was a Talaxalsay word for foolish, and wondered why we would need their help.
An unfortunate choice of words.
You're telling me the Vaadwaur scout was furious. He promised he'd be back shortly with a whole fleet of ships to put us Talaxians in our place.
We can expedite your repairs.
Well, there's not enough time. We've already detected Vaadwaur warp signatures on approach. They'll be here soon. I have an idea. We have the defense satellites. We have no means of deploying them, but your ship could do it. You could transport them from our cargo holds and deploy them in a perimeter around the convoy. It should give us a fighting chance. What do you think?
That's a reasonable plan.
Excellent. Now, because they were packed for storage, the satellites will take a little time to set up and deploy. But I think it's worth the risk.
How are the satellites deployed?
Are you ready to start?
Yes. Coming to pick up satellites now.
We've marked good locations for you to deploy defense satellites. Defense satellites have been hot commodities as of late. Between the Borg, species 8472, the Voth, and the Vaadwaur, one can never be too safe. Look out! It's a Vaadwaur patrol!
So generally on this one, you just want to just avoid the patrol. You have only a set amount of time to set the gonna do that so I can get a little bit faster.
They'll be here any second.
Yeah, if you don't get them set before the timer clicks down, then it's basically you don't get a chance again. And getting these set is actually more
The Fadwar are
important.
arriving! Another Fadwar patrol! Must have made them angry. Angrier! More Fadwar warping in! Another group of Fadwar! Hopefully these are the last of them.
It will not be. Oh, well, I guess it does say flying over the roof. But I think there's one more group after this. Out the artillery ship.
Just feel that. I think we can make it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier if you get the satellites down.
Thank you for deploying those satellites and saving us from the Fadwar. We wouldn't have had a chance without your help. The Fadwar aren't foolish after all. They're vindictive and powerful. I think we'll try to avoid them in the future.
That may be wise. Go pick up this box over here. Click on who I can use for Nukara. So, Prey Upon the Weak and Blockade Runner. Okay, I remember this one. This is the one where all the shields get turned off. A little lag on the loading portion here. Sneezing fit. Let's move a little bit closer and try to get a stronger signal.
Thank you for responding to our distress signal. We were unsure that it would reach anyone in time. I am James Hunt of the Borg Cooperative. We are in need of assistance.
What happened here?
The local star is unstable. It periodically emits solar flares. We were struck by one, and many of our systems were disabled as well. Before that, we detected Vardwar strike teams in the area. They may see our vulnerable state and take advantage of the situation. If you can assist us with repairs, we will be able to defend ourselves.
We'll do what we can.
This is Traken of the Vardwar. The Borg are defenseless. In the interest of interstellar diplomacy, I'm giving you the opportunity to disengage. Leave this system at once. We will deal with the Borg ourselves. Fair warning, if you remain, we will deal with you as well.
We will not abandon our allies.
Ah, so you're an idiot then. Pathetic. I'll try to make this brief. Painful, but brief.
Red alert!
If you repair the damage on our vessels, we will be able to work together against the Vardwar.
It's the Romulan commander voice from New Romulus. Or not the Pelsiar commander.
Solar flare imminent.
Stupid anchor. Dang it.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Solar flare imminent. grateful for your assistance. We will set a course beyond the range of these solar emissions and conduct final repairs.
535 looks like Gamma.
Long-range scans are clear of the Vaudouar, and the local star appears to have calmed. We are in need of no further assistance.
Had myself in my normal play mentality there for a moment. And then the last one is Blockade Runner, which I do not remember what that is. Oh, I think I remember this one. This one, if I remember right, is the Delta equivalent to the Ruins of Doom. We hear you, Governor. What is your status?
Our status? The colony is under a brutal and unjustified attack. We're trying to evacuate, but the Vaudouar have established a blockade. The ships and shuttles we had left to evacuate with are being taken out by heavy cannon fire. Innocent people are dying. Look, we won't last much longer. Please, help us.
We're on our way, Governor.
Many thanks, and be careful. The Vaudouar have set up heavy artillery cannons in orbit and are blasting anything that gets in range. Some of our ships are trying to break through the blockade. With your help, they might be able to make it. Hurry, those Vaudouar butchers won't stop until there's no one left alive here.
We'll help your people.
We're reading your beacon signal now. A few ships need repairs before they can escape the blockade. Our ships are about to break through. Please cover their escape.
Attention all ships. Foreign forces have followed Raider's message to the system. This is now an active combat zone. Any ship that do not leave, target.
Focus on the Vaudouar. Careful, the Vaud should leave.
Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Thanks for the assist. Leaving the warp. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Engines are online. We're getting out of here.
We're in a Krenim
Warning.
ship.
Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately. Warning. Artillery incoming. Exit area immediately.
Thank you. We can make it from here.
That's all of the stragglers. If you rejoin the fleet, we can make our escape.
Oh, oops. Let's see what she had to say. Right, but for now, we'll just be glad our people are alive. Yes. Oh wait, you're a real lifesaver, Admiral. Evacuation ships are safely on their way. We've managed to get away from with some critical supplies. Thank you. Once we've regrouped, we'll send scout ships back to look for any stragglers. Perhaps one day we'll retake our colony, but for now, just glad that our people are alive. I was spamming F to pick stuff up, and then I missed it. I think Romulan. Yeah, I think that was all of the stuff here.
Commander Eldex wants to meet with you in the Molinia system. I'm bringing 7 of 9 in to back you up on this. She's familiar with the Vaudouar and will be a valuable asset on this mission. Good luck. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
I kind of like this mission. Put a channel to both ships.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok has requested I assist you for the duration of this mission. Admiral Tuvok understands this may upset Eldex, so I shall be the only one who aids you. Voyager will maintain its distance. I am ready for transport.
Understood. Transporting you now.
Let's go over the point of this operation. Gaul has called all available supremacy leaders to Cartella. I do not know how many of my people are infected with those creatures we saw there, but I'm sure there is more than one. We need to expose them for the abominations they are.
That's why we're here at Herodian Communications Array. You want us to use the broadcast proof to the rest of the Vaudouar?
The Supremacy is keeping a tight control on all subspace transmissions. We'll need control of the array to broadcast what we find on Cartella to not only my people, but the entire quadrant. To control the array, we need to control one of the Herodian ships. Make sure to leave the one I have marked reasonably intact.
Leave the ship intact. Understood. I don't blow everything up. Somewhat.
Intruding Vaudouar ships. You have trespassed in Herodian space.
We need to use your communications array. We don't want any trouble.
This is our space, and this is our array. No trades, no compromises, no mercy.
Shields up.
need to board the Hirogen ship and take the communications console on the bridge. I can use that to take control of the array.
I understand.
I have extensive experience with these systems. I will beam down to aid in the operation of the Hirogen ship. Are you ready to proceed?
Yeah, let's go ahead and beam down.
We need the communications console intact. Whatever else happens is of no concern to me.
Understood.
We must first disconnect the console from the ship's data network.
Somebody died through that door. It's kind of hilarious. I'm gonna kill somebody else through a door, hopefully. Alright.
We also need the isolinear storage assembly. It will be behind a locked door on the bridge.
Just right outside.
Transporter standing by. Transport complete.
We have the console. There is no way the Vaudouar will allow a Starfleet vessel into our space, and Cartella defenses have been upgraded since your last trick with the holo projector. Take one of the ships in my fleet, and send yours away. You can contact it once we've completed our mission. I will beam over some of your crew to assist you when we get to our destination.
Understood.
We'll scuttle the Hirogen ship so they won't know the console is missing. Then we can continue on to Cartella for the meeting. I have loaned some officers to attend to the duty stations on the frigate you now command.
Understood. I'll deal with the ship. No. Get rid of stuff I don't need. What is this? Mark, don't need threatened stance. Don't really need that either. Don't need this. This. Also means all my traits can be messed up. Don't really need that either. Not going to go through space with it. Sure, put this over here. Don't need ram and speed or mines. Science, shields. Light cannon barrage. Three, two. So torpedoes, there is. Emergency power 2, emergency power 1. Beta, Alpha, Tactical Initiative. Oh wow, this is just like a, yeah. I will use this one. Like this. These are needed. These over here. Should put them like this because there.
We're picking up an incoming Benthan vessel on long-range sensors. Our ships are out of range, and we are in a Vaadwaur vessel. It is unlikely the Benthans will give us a chance to explain the situation.
Perhaps we could warn them away from the area?
They are not altering course. Disabling their vessel may be the only option.
Try to hail them, audio only.
Attention, Vaadwaur vessels. You are in violation of several codes of conduct in this area of space, and your ships have been identified as perpetrators of crimes against the Benthan Guard and its protectorates. Stand down and prepare to be boarded.
Shields up.
They cannot escape the system.
There is no need to explore that ship.
I've jammed the Benthan ship's communications so
You
they
may
can't
have a
signal
quarrel
for
with
help.
the Benthans, Eldix.
You
We
know
do
what
not.
needs to be done. No one can know what happened here.
You can't be suggesting what I think you're suggesting.
I will not let the plan be ruined.
I think we destroyed it faster than the story thought we were going to.
Unacceptable. The Benthans are performing their assigned duties and have no way of knowing who or what we are. Sensors are detecting damage to the ship's long-range communications array. It will be days before they can restore warp power or send out a signal. We can leave now, complete our mission, and then return later to assist the Benthans.
Sounds reasonable. I'm not at war with the Bentham Guard.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take. They're in range of the Hirogen array. They could tap it to send out a call for help, or disable our modifications. The Hirogen could return and discover what happened. And if another Vaadwaur fleet finds them, there will be questions none of us want to answer. The Benthans must be silenced.
I agree with 7. There's no reason to escalate this.
We can put him in our brig or tow his ship away to buy ourselves more time. There is no need for more bloodshed.
We can take him with us. Explain the situation. Guarantee his crew's safety.
They did not need to die.
I trust you won't be so squeamish in the future. There is more riding on this plan than the lives of a handful of so-called peacekeepers.
We'll see.
The Borg place very little value on the life of one individual. Captain Janeway and the crew of Voyager showed me that that belief was incorrect. Given all they have been through, I had hoped Commander Eldex would place more value on the lives of others. It appears that his concern only extends to other Vaadwaur. Watch him carefully. Eldex cannot be trusted.
By the way, those who are watching, thank you for joining us. If you like what you see, go ahead and give us a like. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again. And thank you for joining.
Gaul has increased security since your last visit. Let me do the talking.
Understood.
Verification code 109947.
Hope that works.
Verification accepted. Due to heightened security, all ships are required to reduce speed below full impulse for security scans.
Understood.
One hurdle cleared. Continue to the manned security checkpoint.
Setting course now.
Disengage your engines and provide the proper security codes.
Verification code Alpha 4742. Commander Eldex and Squadron reporting. Do not make me late for the meeting.
Right away, Commander.
Code accepted, Commander Eldex. Take your squadron to the marked position on the outer orbit ring.
Ignore the scans. Fly like you belong here. Good thing you didn't try to use a hologram again, isn't it?
There are 67 ships in this system. That is more than expected.
Yeah.
Gaul's planning something big. This must be the start.
Seems like they did bring most of the fleet here.
More ships or just more reasons not to get caught?
We're putting a great deal of trust in you, Commander.
I am after one goal. The liberation of my people from these monsters. I will do anything to achieve that, including betraying Gaul to save us all. It is time for someone with a stronger resolve to take up the cause that Gaul has abandoned. more ships in system than I had anticipated. But we can't stop now. Leaving would only make us look suspicious. I'm transmitting coordinates for a secure room near the meeting site. Beam down there. I will have a holographic disguise ready for you. Security is scanning for such tricks on ships, but I'm not sure they realize how many uses there are for holo-emitters.
We'll be down.
Here, use these holo projectors. Security is so focused on keeping intruders out of our space that they won't be looking for trouble on the ground. But try not to act suspicious. Our soldiers aren't as dumb as you seem to think they are. You'll need to place these emitters around the leaders, which when activated will emit a low-level delta radiation pulse that should disrupt their isoboramine neurotransmitters, forcing their parasites out for a short period.
That should work, but won't give us much time.
You'll also need to place recording devices, so everything that happens is transmitted to the quadrant. I'll stay here with the transmitter and monitor your progress. This is more than a simple briefing. Gaul might even be here in person. So don't get caught. We're all dead if you do.
Worry about yourself, Eldex. We won't get caught.
You'll need to set up a signal booster so we can transmit our signal through the base's electronic security. There's a power console near to where the leadership is addressing the troops. Tie the repeater into the conduits there.
Alright, we'll go ahead and do that.
Hey! What are you doing? No one is allowed back in.
If we're finished here, I suggest we return to the crowd.
Now hear the words of our great leader, Go!
Sir!
What do you want?
Someone found the guard. Quick, activate the device.
What? What's happening? Enough! Why are you letting your eyes deceive you? This is a plot by our enemies. They're trying to divide us. I say no. We will stand strong, united. We are Vodwa, and we will conquer our enemies.
Joel's right. This is insane. I'll stand with you. No, Joel's a betrayer.
I see some of you are still loyal to our cause. The rest, you are cowards and traitors unworthy to be called Vodwa. Kill them.
I think our time here is done. We should make our way to the extraction point.
Oh, Kamarkis.
Get out! Get out now!
Come on. Let's load up.
I need to rally my people. The ones who aren't infected and who are willing to fight. The parasites will crush them if someone doesn't act. My allies are holding one of the space docks in the outer perimeter. Help me get there. I'll start coordinating the fight from there, and you'll be able to return to your ship.
Follow us. We'll get you to space dock. If there's any way to weaken the Vodwar and cause any civil war is one of them.
We need to confirm the transmission made it to the array. Incoming hostiles. Handle them! The transmission signal is strong, and it's reaching the Hirogen communications array. Now all Vodwar will know about the corruption among us. You should go. I need to prepare my people for the fight ahead.
Good luck.
I am in contact with Voyager, and it is waiting with your vessel outside this system. We need to depart immediately.
Gaul and his allies are still in control, but they're losing their grip on the reins. You planted a seed of revolution. Let's hope it reaches full bloom soon. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Our alliance is going to need more help if we want to succeed against the Vaadwaur. We'll need to make pacts with other species in the Quadrant, and not everyone is going to see this our way. That's where you come in. Go out there and show them the value of cooperation.
Okay, tempting targets. Thank you, by the way, those who have watched. Again, I'll say, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like. If you like to see more, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I stream. I do appreciate those who watch.
The Teray have reported a high incidence of raiders and piracy here. Their vessels are under Voth protection. Any acts of aggression toward them will be dealt with harshly.
We have no quarrel with the Teray.
Good. Be advised that there are Teray fighters inbound for trade relations with the hierarchy. Our escort vessels will be matching your position soon. Interference with Teray commerce will not be tolerated.
What's the hierarchy's interest here?
Let me step in and answer that. Director Flynn, Economic Projects Management. The system is a hub for profitable trade with many partners. Unfortunately, profit attracts criminals. Security measures are being enacted to restore law and order to the system. Until those go into effect, the hierarchy is grateful for your assistance with those, concerns. We have several trading partners, including the Talaxians, the Hazari, and the Teray. Some of them have signed contracts with independent security providers, such as the Voth. A wise choice, perhaps, if not a costly one.
What is the nature of the Voth arrangement with the Teray?
We have a strategic arrangement with the Teray. They are a protectorate of the Voth. They have requested our aid in this system, and they will have it.
We support the Delta Alliance and will assist in the dealings with raiders and pirates.
I see our escort has arrived. And you as well.
This is outrageous. The Teray are thieves. Stole supplies that were supposed to be ours. Listen closely, because I'm only going to say this once. Turn the supplies over to me, immediately, or I will have no choice but to open fire.
I'd reconsider if I was you, Captain. We will defend ourselves. doubt that's true, considering Becky just got blown up.
That completes our run. We'll wait for our trade contact here.
Much obliged for the escort. Little help here, if it's not too much trouble. Excellent. We've completed our transport. Afraid it's time for the next step. You should know, we've got a secondary contract here, and you're about to be a big part of it. Well, until our new business partners blow you to pieces.
All hands, battle stations.
Raiding another group of raiders inbound to the trade facility. Ready to intercept.
The Home Office warned us against dealing with the Hazari. I should have heeded that warning. Without their shipment, our profit margin here is almost non-existent. Time to step away while we can. We no longer require your services. Rest assured, you will be compensated for your efforts here.
Very well. I hope we can cooperate like this in the future.
Congratulations, Admiral.
We're about to plan an attack on the Vaadwaur homeworld. We need a battle commander, and I believe you're the best candidate for the job. Meet with Admiral Tuvok and myself at the Denolan Dyson Sphere to go over strategy. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
So this one, I'm actually going to look this up. It's because there's a certain order to the people that you have assist you with each of the stages. And quite frankly, the first time I did it, you try to figure it out. And then after that, you just kind of just don't want to worry about that anymore. So, pull it up, have that available. It's a lot with a lot of missions. After you do it the first time, it's not really important to keep on doing it. And I don't play the missions enough to remember everything by heart. Really close to the end of this too. Definitely should be able to get Delta Arc finished. Acknowledged. Admiral?
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation soon. Until then, I'd like you to speak with our allies and see what they're bringing to the table.
Thank you, Admiral. I'll talk to them. Or any tactical updates I should be aware of?
The Vaudouar are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to engage the Vaudouar forces there. If they are successful, by the time the Vaudouar realize what is happening, we will have already secured Vaudouar Prime. The Vaudouar believe the other species of this quadrant are too weak to challenge them. We will use that misconception to our advantage by using our Delta Quadrant allies to assault Vaudouar Prime itself.
Understood.
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation soon. Until then, I'd like you to speak with our allies and see what they're bringing to the table.
Thank you, Admiral. I'll talk to them. Seven.
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vaudouar.
I know the Cooperative's numbers are few. What can they offer?
The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
Thank you.
The Cooperative appreciates your partnership, and we are eager to end the Vaadwaur threat to our quadrant. Our technological capabilities are at your disposal.
We appreciate your assistance in this matter. Captain Kim?
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Maj Sesson, but they say they'll fight for us today. Maybe you'll have better luck reaching a consensus with them than I did.
What will the Kazon provide?
The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every order.
Thank you, Captain.
The Kazon are eager for battle. Our enemies will fall today. All of them.
I look forward to fighting at your side.
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills, and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the Hierarchy Board of Directors that assisting us in this battle and ensuring the end of the Vaadwaur will improve their long-term profits. The Hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaadwaur try any tricks, the Hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Thank you.
Greetings. The Hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your guidance. Our surveillance and tactical capabilities are at your disposal.
I think that's Kurland. We appreciate a mutually beneficial agreement.
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to complete it, so I expect that we'll have their full support in this battle.
What would they do for us?
The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Thank you, Neelix.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract, to the letter. And we expect you to do the same. We specialize in defense, and our ships are at your disposal.
Thank you. We appreciate your acceptance of this contract. Admiral Tuvok?
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited Eldex's people and the Hirogen, but neither group chose to send a representative.
Understood. I'll talk to the representatives.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vaadwaur. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
Support of your people is greatly appreciated. I really need to watch Voyager sometime.
It's an honor to meet you again. I am eternally grateful for your assistance on my world. By joining you in this fight, perhaps I can begin to repay a small portion of the life debt my people owe you.
Support of your people is greatly appreciated.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vaadwaur was a difficult decision for our people. We do not wish to ally with you, but we understand that ending Gaul's reign of terror is more important than our discomfort.
The support of your people is greatly appreciated, even if you didn't want to do it.
Hello again. You've done so much to help us. It's only right that we help you this time.
Thank you, Calyx. Alliance appreciates your support. Admiral Tuvok?
If you are ready, I will begin the presentation.
Go ahead, Admiral.
The bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities, and should be difficult to take by surprise. Hazari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail. The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you will be commanding the battle from the field. We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. I recommend deploying 1 wing in each area. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready.
The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
Send in Captain Kim and the Kazon.
An excellent choice. The Kazon numbers should be a match for the frigates, and their lack of organization should not be too great of a hindrance.
Let's see what the Kazon can do.
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they aren't responding to my hails.
Tarsi, what's your take? On screen? Session. I should have known. On screen. Janeway didn't murder your mother. Session. Seska brought her death upon herself. On screen.
I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a backup plan. Sesson has been encroaching on Hirogen territory for some time. They'll join us in battle for a chance to collect his ship as a trophy.
Excellent work, Captain Kim. Oops. There was a hill there.
We will hunt!
The Hirogen are ready to fight. This area is secure. What are your orders?
Remain here with the Hirogen and coordinate the cleanup efforts.
The Toray fleet has secured the subspace tunnels. The Vaadwaur will not be able to use them to attack or to retreat.
Excellent.
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
Make sure you treat our people first. That's actually not what I would say, but sure, why not? Travel to Bravo Front.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to advance?
Send in Neelix with the Hazari.
A sound tactical choice. The Hazari methods utilize one ship to reinforce the shields of another. Vaadwaur cruisers do not have the firepower to break through the reinforced shielding.
They don't stand a chance against the Hazari. On screen.
The Kazon Ogla will no longer stand by, while the Relora and Nistrum sully our name with their treachery. I will make good on their false promises.
Frankly, Cardin, I'm surprised in nobility. I'm glad for your help, though. Understood. Set a course for the satellites.
We have defeated the first wave of Vaadwaur defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive. Resistance has been heavier than expected, but our ships have so far proved equal to the task.
Excellent work, Captain. Keep apprised of what your situation is.
Please remember to direct any wounded or prisoners of war to our flotilla at Alpha Front.
Acknowledged.
That went well. What do you want me to do now?
Well, this area, while we proceed to the next.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to help you?
Send in 7 with a cooperative.
An excellent strategy. The technology of the cooperative may be able to cause the larger ships to attack the smaller ones. Certainly the cooperative coordination and discipline will be more than a match for the tactical abilities of the Vaadwaur.
I have great faith in the cooperative.
Technological superiority.
Set a course for the orbital platforms. Hail the Talaxians.
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners of war from the orbital platforms at your command.
We have secured the platforms. Please proceed with transportation.
Vadwar forces in this area have been defeated. What are your orders?
Hold this area while we proceed to the next.
The Vadwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing the Vadwar, they might be planning a surprise attack. Who do you want to assist you?
Send in the doctor with the hierarchy. Oh, jeez.
Wise choice. The espionage and surveillance capabilities of the hierarchy should help us prepare for any surprises the Vadwar might have in store.
My thoughts exactly, Admiral. I have great confidence in the hierarchy. Good idea. Set a course for the platforms. On screen. Excellent work, Captain.
The Vaudouar forces are defeated, as I knew they would be. What are your orders?
Hold this area while we proceed to the next.
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However, in doing so, we have exhausted our supply of allies, and the Vaudouar dreadnoughts are formidable. This will be a difficult fight.
We have to press on, even if it's alone.
Not quite alone. The Hirogen have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
Glad to have you, Captain.
I have temporarily taken command of a cooperative vessel. You will not fight alone.
One of 7. We could use your help.
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. I'm finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine. But you would not believe the amount of paperwork I had to fill out.
Fantastic, Doctor.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare a ship and put it under my command. Captain Neelix. Quite like the sound of that.
Indeed, Neelix. Thank you.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies. However, my tactical analysis indicates that our forces are
We have to fight. On screen.
The Vaudouar are relentless. The probability of our survival is slim.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Sir, we've arrived to help secure the area.
Excellent. I'm needed on the surface. Let's follow him then. An overseer. Oh, there is the overseer. Man, I can't tell you how many times that the drones that Marshal Janeway raises up gets killed by the own party members. Everybody in my on my crew hates the Borg, apparently.
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance. Your persistence is a credit to your race. But it is time for this sad story to end. Your blood will drench the sands of our blasted home.
It's over, Gaul. Surrender now and save the lives of your remaining soldiers.
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vatwa tribe. Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you my word I will spare your people. You and the other leaders will need to be executed, of course. But that is only to maintain order. Personally, I bear you no ill will.
Generous offer, but I must decline.
That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your pitiful blindness makes it difficult.
I feel any contempt in your delusions.
The Vaadwaur controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger. Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
He does not have a man. And I don't think he does. What? That's impossible!
I'd like to use my attack of opportunity. GM.
The Vaadwaur Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
That would have killed me.
We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
The remaining Vaadwaur have surrendered. What is your current situation?
We're in Gaul's command center, Admiral. Gaul's dead.
Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Even if underspace was closed to him, Gaul would have had more opportunities to escape if he had remained in his ship.
Not yet. Join me, we can investigate.
Certainly. May I recommend 7, Captain Kim, the Doctor, and Neelix join us as well. Their insight may be valuable.
Absolutely. Would you contact them for me? Captain Kim?
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Cabali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here. You were needed.
Thank you, Admiral.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I hope we meet again.
Well, it's good serving with you, Captain Kim. Admiral?
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
But were they acting alone?
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg. Those acts weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vaadwaur will do so as well.
7. You couldn't have known what would happen.
Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Toray, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
You're welcome, 7. We couldn't have done it without you. Doctor?
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason, it doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness. It's one thing for him to want to rebuild his people. It's something entirely different to destroy dozens of worlds to do so.
Indeed. Captain Neelix?
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
Goodbye, my friend. Let's investigate that.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager for further analysis.
Acknowledged.
With the defeat of Gaul, we've saved the Quadrant from a terrible threat. Well done. This unknown artifact concerns me, however. We'll be in touch once we know more. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are leading the analysis of the artifact you found on Vaadwaur Prime. I knew you'd want to be there for the great reveal, so I've arranged for you and your crew to be part of the team. Rendezvous with Voyager to get started.
Admiral Janeway, would you like a lozenge? Your voice sounds a little harsh. Star Trek Online. You're wonderful bugs.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Remember this episode. this is yeah, I know this episode. You know, the one thing I don't like about this mission is that there is a Romulan mission that is during the Romulan story arc, the intro arc. It is almost basically the same thing. It's almost identical, and it's almost like they had decided to, like they had the one mission, and then. And see, I don't know, because my time break in between playing the game, I stopped playing right as the Romulan story, the Romulans had just came out. I had purchased the Romulan pack. I played through the Romulan storyline. I think one of my graphics cards went out at about the same time, and so I was having a hard time playing the game. Because there was a whole bunch of fragmentations and gamma glare that was going on, but I stopped playing. But there was a mission in that, and then so I'm assuming that's original because I don't remember this mission being there. And then it's almost like they took that mission and they're like, oh, well, we should make a mission so everybody can play that mission. And they made this. And then once they made all the missions available for everybody, I don't know if that's true, but it just seems like that's what the way it is. Because it's otherwise, it doesn't make sense of why it's exactly well, not exactly, it's basically the exact same mission. Understood. Let's meet with Voyager. Alright, let's beam over. Understand. I'll talk to Tuvok.
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gaul's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device. When you finish your analysis, return to me for further orders. I will be here in the transporter room to see you off.
Understood, Admiral. I'll take a look at the device in engineering. Captain Kim?
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first thing we need to do is determine how it's communicating. We can't find any normal transmissions from it, but we're hoping you have some new ideas to bring to the table.
Agreed. It's a weird response to that statement. Scan the device for multi-dimensional fields. Well, then scan the device for subspace fields. Let's go ahead and inform Kim. Oh, Did I just walk away from it? Look at the last one. Scan the device for chronoton field, or chronoton radiation. Captain Kim?
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch. But it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. We should have both teams give you their opinions on the device. If we work together, hopefully we can make a breakthrough.
Agreed.
You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid readings. We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches. Good luck.
I'll set the switches. Have the teams tell me what they state the device is in.
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in the correct orientation. Unfortunately, we can't determine which switch it is. Let me know when you think we have a better orientation, and they'll check again. The engineering teams are reading big zeros across the board. The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode. Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Now we need to access the secondary memory core to get full access to the data we need.
Oh, access the secondary memory core.
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in the correct orientation. Unfortunately, we can't determine which switch it is. Let me know when you think we have a better orientation, and they'll check again. The engineering teams are reading big zeros across the board. Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access to the memory core of the device. 7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who or what is receiving these transmissions.
Excellent. I'll go see 7 of 9. Seven?
We have access to the databanks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse engineered their technology. There are 3 likely ways to get at the information. I suggest further analysis to determine the best course of action.
Sure. Let's go ahead and analyze the ramifications and possible query methods. Let's go ahead and try a multi-vector. I will go speak with Admiral Tuvok. 7 of 9.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vaadwaur their advanced technology, and why the neural parasites appeared again in this time and place. Commander Jarok of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you on this operation. Her own analysis of the device has shown that the Romulans have had some contact with the creators of this device, a race known as the Ilachi. She will meet you in subspace at the given coordinates. Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew. His knowledge of the Delta Quadrant races may prove invaluable. He's not much of a combatant, but should prove useful.
Understood, Admiral. Doctor?
Hello again.
I'm ready to beam up. Go to yellow alert. Keep an eye on those Ilachi ships.
Greetings. This is Commander Jarok of the RRW Lisette. When we learned that the Ilachi were involved, I requested to shadow you on this mission. I know your experience with the Ilachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with this race.
Just who are the Ilachi?
The Tal Shiar used Ilachi to help invade Veronat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life for themselves. The two factions worked together to convince Romulan colonies to join the Tal Shiar. It was in spite of this that the Romulan Republic was forged. We fought off the Tal Shiar and eventually made a stand against the Ilachi at New Romulus. Many Romulans gave their lives in defense of our new homeworld. But that final defense seemed to quiet Ilachi attacks for quite some time, barring the occasional incursion from subspace.
Understood.
All right, we'll follow your lead. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station. Exactly play well with others. Another Ilachi ship is here to defend the outpost.
Or 5 to transport.
Good. You found a breathing apparatus. That should take care of that nasty cough.
Commander Jarek?
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can, unless you have a better idea.
Doctor, what's your take on the situation?
This is obviously an Ilachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Alachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult. I, of course, do not have that problem. If you have an environmental suit, or even some sort of rebreather, you will be fine. If you don't, keep an eye out for something that could help filter out the toxins. These are Solanae tables. I've read the Enterprise D's reports about them.
So if I remove this, will it give me an option to... Oh, no. Never mind.
These are definitely Solanae tables, which, if I'm correct, I always am, is the same race you dealt with after using the Iconian Gateway on New Romulus. The Solanae kidnap victims through subspace for their brutal experiments. If they are somehow connected to the Alachi and the Vaadwaur, this is beginning to make more sense. If I had to guess, there must be a stasis room nearby. We should find it and rescue anyone in there who can still be saved. It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Alachi. If my readings are correct, there are several individuals here who have only just begun the conversion process. We can save them if we beam them back to your ship. Transport this Talaxium directly to sickbay. You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up. A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate to Kazon. Everything will be fine, Mr. Duray. We'll beam you directly to sickbay. This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up immediately. Ah, a Hazari. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need. We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine. Well, the Solanae are definitely involved. I believe I have everything I need from this area. We need to keep moving if we hope to meet up with Commander Jirok. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
They keep on losing. Welcome, viewer. I'm currently going through the Delta arc on the temporal storyline.
This is odd. You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information, but I hope the escapees are friendly.
Be careful, Commander.
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship. Neural parasites. This must be where the Vaadwaur were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs. Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers were infected by these in the mid-2360s? The Enterprise logs from that era are fascinating reading if you ever have a few dozen hours to spare.
I'll take a look at them later, Doctor. Continue, please.
If Gaul and the infected Vaadwaur were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place. We should definitely investigate further. If we can find the implantation room, then I should be able to analyze their equipment and gather more information. I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me, but I'm actually having difficulty processing this information.
What is it?
This tech, this whole facility, it's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Delachi influence, but I see distinct signs of their presence throughout the facility.
Iconians here too?
The Iconians, as we know them, rarely reveal themselves. The only known interaction with an Iconian in modern history took place on Kronos, when... Wait, you were there! I don't need to explain that situation again. As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitor races, like the Alachi and the Solanae, to cause chaos in their name. And the neural parasites, they've bioengineered. Rather like the founders created the Jem'Hadar, but sophisticated enough to control another species, and with much less free will. The parasites are a weapon.
What about the Vaadwaur? They were active before the Iconians revealed themselves.
When Voyager revived the Vaadwaur, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. Even the Kazon outdid them. But now, Vaadwaur technology is cutting edge. The only way they could have advanced so far, so fast, was by allying themselves with someone else, with the Iconians. The Vaadwaur got their tech upgrades from them, but they also got the neural parasites. The parasites gave the Vaadwaur power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the strings. This entire war has been against an enemy we didn't even see.
That's the information we needed to find. Let's meet up with Jarek and get off this station.
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced. These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered. This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
Understood. Understood. We'll be ready for them.
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
Oh, come on, Doctor. You can do this.
How fortuitous. I thought I'd have to find a way off this station alone. think the Iconians want me to leave? Their tenacity is almost admirable.
Looks like you could use a hand.
And now we have their leader's attention.
Seela! I should kill you where you stand. It would be justice for all the lives you've destroyed.
Calm down, Jarek.
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
This could be very valuable information, Commander Jarek.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here. Seela is a prisoner of the Romulan Republic. Your government can go through official channels if they want to talk to her.
Agreed. You can take her into custody once we've done here.
You and this Seela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
Not so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have.
Talk. Then I'll decide what happens to you.
I assume you already know where you are. Both the Alachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Alachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur.
The neuroparasites? Why did the Iconians use them, but not on the Tal Shiar?
Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
Yes, alongside an alliance of alongside the alliance of Romulan Republic and the Klingon Empire.
All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Or were the Vaadwaur that much of a threat to the Alpha Quadrant?
Actually, we're in the Delta Quadrant now.
That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some questions first.
I do have a few questions.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
What's your relationship with the Iconians? Were you a prisoner or their ally?
How important is that, really? I worked with the Iconians because, at the time, I thought it was the best thing for my people. After we lost the homeworld, we were scattered, starving. A shadow of what we once were. What were we supposed to do? Beg the Federation? Or the Klingons for scraps? Pathetic. The so-called Romulan Republic has made their way, but they did it at the cost of Romulan dignity.
Is dignity more important than survival?
We are not refugees. We are Romulan. We needed a strong leader to bind us together again, and I knew I could be that leader. The Iconians were a means to an end. They gave us strength at a time when we were at our weakest. Had I known what Hakiv, what he and the Iconians did to our world, perhaps I would not have made the same decision.
The Republic is thriving. You were in prison. Who made the better choice?
Dwelling on the past is meaningless. I am here, and so are you. Today, our goals are aligned. We both want to stop the Iconian advance. You need me.
Fine. I have another thing I want to talk to you about.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
Do the Iconians have a weakness? Something we can exploit to help us defeat them?
Hubris. The Iconians think they are the rulers of the galaxy. They thought so 200,000 years ago, when they were driven off their homeworld by the fire of 1,000 races allied against them. They think so now, when they look at us and see us as children stumbling in the dark. They do not see our strength, our willingness to fight. Use their hubris against them, and the Iconians will fall.
Noted. I have another thing I want to talk to you about.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
What is the Iconians' master plan?
I honestly don't know. Why would they share their plans with a prisoner? That may make me less valuable in your eyes, but don't be fooled. I know more about the Iconians' operations than they realize.
You're making it hard for me to keep you alive, but I think you know more than you're telling us. Not time to leave, though. Perhaps there is a different question you'd be more comfortable with answering.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
Where's the rest of your crew?
Ah, the crew. The Alachi took them one by one and turned them into those things. Revolting. If I had known that was what they were doing with the captives from the colonies, I would have...
Now, who's dwelling on the past?
Yes, you were asking about the crew. A handful of us were still alive when the station went on alert. We took a chance and made our escape. They died, nobly, as Romulans protecting their Empress. I will remember their sacrifice.
I think we're done here. Time to return to their ship.
Will I be taken into your custody? Or will I be left to Tiaru's tender mercies?
We have agreed on the spirit of cooperation. Commander Jirok will take you into custody. She's under strict orders to deliver you directly to the Alliance command. You will not be harmed.
Very well. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, do I?
Lisette, one to be bumped.
Empress Sela in our brig. When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility. Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and debriefing.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur. And you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we've rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Sela certainly has a story to tell. But should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation. That was a joke, by the way. You're going to be busy. Don't overdo... Oh, who am I kidding? Command officers never take their doctor's advice. Just remember that you're not in this alone. Good luck. I suspect things are starting to get interesting.
I wonder if they got him to come back and do do that line.
I'll say one thing for Sela. When she puts a scheme together, she doesn't think small. For now, her fate lies in the hands of the diplomatic corps. Starfleet will be in touch once they've learned more. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
We have a situation on Kabali Prime. You and I were both asked by name to help. All that I've been told is that the Vaadwaur have launched a large offensive and have retaken the area in front of their temple, the place where they keep unconscious Vaadwaur stored. They need our help to retake the area, though I have a feeling something else is going on. Can you help with the situation?
Go ahead and finish up the last of the Delta arc here. This mission's actually pretty easy. Pretty straightforward too.
The breach is widening. I've got to close this now. Almost there. I just need a minute to...
Harry! Harry! Grab my hand!
Can't reach. I'm slipping. The Vaadwaur are making a new push into the system, and we could use your help. The Rhode Island is assisting the new Kabali flagship Samsar, but you know the Vaadwaur. They're relentless.
Why are the Vaadwaur still attacking the Kabali?
Ask them if you can get one of them to have a reasonable discussion. Eldex has been less than cooperative since Gall's death. We know he's leading the remaining Vaadwaur forces, and there's no signs that the neural parasites are still influencing them, which is the only good news. The Vaadwaur won't stop their assaults until the Kabali surrender the remaining stasis pods, but the Kabali government refuses to do so unless the Vaadwaur agree to peace talks. We're at an impasse.
Understood. On my way, Captain Kim.
Inbound. Brace yourselves.
Thank you for arriving so quickly. I'm still not sure what happened. All I know is that we lost contact with the temple, and several hours later, a large Vaadwaur fleet attacked. not sure if the Vaadwaur have entered the temple. If they have, they may already be reactivating their soldiers in stasis. We're safe here, for now, but the battle on the ground continues. No one can enter the temple, and the Vaadwaur are seizing control of the surrounding area.
We need to take it back. Captain Kin, Hetron, the three of us are going in with an away team.
Sounds like a plan. I've located a safe area in the trenches for transport. My team and I will go down first and secure the area. See you there.
Will the Voyager be coming to help us?
Voyager is currently on a high-priority operation in Vaadwaur-controlled space. Any comm chatter could give away their position. Whatever they're doing, Tuvok says it's important, but that's all I know.
Understood. Hetron, can your team aid us on the ground?
My officers and I will join you. The Samsar will return to the dock with a small repair team, but I'm sending the majority of my crew to the city. We cannot allow the Vaadwaur to take control of it as well. Our flagship will be of no use to us if the planet is lost.
The Bozeman and the Rhode Island will secure the system against any additional Vaadwaur ships. Oh, you son of a... So, put you on a timeout. Report you. Report. Report. Go away, jackass.
The Kabali forces are spread thin, and the Vaadwaur are making a push toward the temple. If I may, I have a suggestion for our plan of attack.
Tell me your plan, Captain.
Hanshin Jatanian and his team will attack the outer area of the trenches, making their way to the temple. My away team will move to the opposite end of the trenches and support the remaining Kabali soldiers there. While they're holding the flanks, your team and I will push through the center and strike the Vaadwaur in the temple courtyard. Your thoughts?
Can your away team handle this without your help?
They're more than capable to deal with this situation, and any Kabali soldiers they find can help them secure the outskirts. We'll be the ones going through the heart of the battle.
Good. Hatchon, do you have any objections?
None. My team is eager to prove themselves. You and your allies have set quite an example for us to live up to. We'll We'll support the forces at the other end of the trenches and then make our way to the temple. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet up with you before the final assault.
Very good. Let's move out.
We have to help those Kabali. Let's get these Kabali patched up before more Vaadwaur get here. Here they come. Take out that drop pod. Clear here. Let's keep moving. There's an injured Mako up ahead. See what you can do for him.
Thank you for your assistance. I'm Commander Lewis Cooper. I'm sorry I can't stay and help, but my search and recovery mission has already gone off track, and I need to rendezvous with the rest of my squad. Perhaps our paths will cross again someday. Good luck here.
Good luck on your search, Commander.
Looks like he's safe, but we've got more Vaadwaur incoming. Take out that Vaadwaur drop pod, and then keep moving. We're almost there.
Our scouts report that the temple is heavily defended. We still have some Vaadwaur attacking our flanks, but my soldiers insist they can keep them occupied long enough for us to retake the temple. Are you ready for the final push?
Sounds like there's other areas in the trenches that could use help.
There are other areas of the trenches in need of aid. My team and I could go help them while Captain Kim and his team stay with you. Or, if you think you can assault the temple alone, Captain Kim will rendezvous with his officers as well. However, I highly recommend you bring all of us in for your attack on the temple.
My team and I can attack the temple alone. You and Kim are needed elsewhere.
Are you sure you want to try to retake the temple alone?
Yes. My team and I can handle this.
The temple was secure, and the doors are still locked, which means the Vaadwaur didn't break in either. Let's see. Okay. I've seen this sort of algorithm before. I'll have the door open in no time. After that, we can figure out what happened to the temple security system. It shouldn't have done this.
Good. Hanshun, do you need support out here?
I don't deny that we'll need support. My team is one of the few still intact. Captain Kim's away team should meet up with us soon, but we don't know what kind of numbers we'll be up against. However, the temple itself should be free of Vaadwaur. If I may suggest, perhaps only you and Captain Kim should enter, and your officers can stay here and help us hold the area.
Very well. Our away teams will help defend the temple, while Kim and I investigate the inside.
At least all the Vaadwaur here are in stasis pods. Let's take a look around. I want to know why the Kabali lost control of their security systems.
Sounds good. Keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
That's not right. According to these readings, the occupant of this pod was me? But the name on it is Ket. Must be a computer glitch. Could be a symptom of a bigger problem, but whoever was in this pod is gone now. Looks like it was open before the problem started. Hold on. I'll access the temple security footage. Maybe that can show us something.
Let's see what's in the security footage.
That's me. But from over 30 years ago. What in the world?
Stay back! Are you with the Vidians? What do you want from me?
Ketan, you have to calm down. My name is Jetlaya. I'm here to help you.
That's not my name! Where am I? Where is Voyager? I need to contact my ship.
Wait! Come back!
Jetlaya. And me? Hold on. There's more security footage. This is the last thing that was recorded.
Voyager, this is Ensign Harry Kim. If you get this message, I'm in an unknown alien prison. I've escaped my captors and I'm looking for a way out. I'll send another message with my coordinates as soon as I can. Come find me.
That was me. From over 30 years ago, in my old Voyager uniform. And they're turning him, into a Kabali. They knew. This whole time I've been here, they knew. And Lindsay, Jetlaya, she knew. I know I've had a difficult time accepting the Kabali, but they keep too many secrets. They should have told me. Told us about this.
Wait. A second you? How?
A lot of strange things happened on Voyager's trip through the Delta Quadrant. During our second year here, the ship and everyone on it were duplicated. It was a freak accident, an encounter with a subspace divergence field we still can't completely explain. But two Voyagers, sharing the same point in space-time, it was a recipe for disaster. We tried to cooperate, to find some way to save both ships, but
you couldn't.
I'm from the duplicate ship. Captain Janeway sacrificed it so one Voyager could survive. The other, Harry, was killed in a hull breach before that happened. Captain Janeway sent me and Ensign Wildman's baby to his Voyager before she self-destructed our ship. It made sense at the time. I'm Harry Kim. I have all my memories, my knowledge, same as him. We were exactly alike in every way. Except one of us got to keep living, and the other one didn't.
Well, now that's changed?
It's changed, all right. Best I can guess is that a Kabali ship must have found his body floating in space. It's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot, but Lindsay might have remembered our coordinates when we were duplicated and known where to start looking. They must have spent decades reconstructing him and putting him through their rebirth process. I don't know whether to be impressed or horrified. I think I'll go with both.
So you're not the real Harry Kim?
If you want to get technical, Harry and I are the same person. We have the same memories, the same knowledge. We both hate the cold, and we love music, and we both like mushrooms and onions on pizza. And we share a soul, I guess you could say, if you go for that sort of thing. Quantum duplication is a difficult thing to summarize. It's only happened a few times. I don't even understand it, and I wouldn't be alive without it.
Will you be able to complete this mission?
I'll be okay. A little shaken up, but Captain Janeway once told me, we're Starfleet officers. Weird is what we do, and this certainly applies. From what we saw on the security footage, it looks like the other me has taken control of the entire base. That's not too surprising. Not only does he have all the knowledge of a Starfleet officer, the rebirth process transformed his brain. The Cabali's 6-lobed brains give them natural abilities in mathematics, physics, wave phenomena, everything he'd need to know to do this. He's still wearing his comm badge, though. I can tap into it. You should try talking to him first. Try to calm him down and convince him to surrender.
Don't you want to talk to him?
Not yet. He's already scared and confused. Seeing me before he gets his bearings, it will just make things worse.
Agreed. I'll talk to him.
Starfleet! Wait, I don't recognize you. You're not from Voyager? And your uniform? This is a trick. I don't know who you really are, but stay away from me. I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to get back to my ship. You can tell whoever you're working for that Captain Janeway's coming back for me. She won't leave anyone behind.
Harry, we're here to help. This isn't a trick.
He's severed the comm link, but I've got a lock on his coordinates. He's deep in the base, down in the old Vaudouar tunnels that even the Cabali don't enter very often. And he's locked down all the main corridors that lead to his location. There's a way, though. There's emergency climbing equipment here. The Cabali put it in a few months ago in case they lost power during the Vaudouar attacks. We could use it to cross the chasm and get closer to where he is.
What will you be doing?
I'll be right behind you. But it's time to see if I can talk some sense into the other me. He wants to contact Voyager, but if he does, he'll reveal their position. Unless we stop him, Harry either ruins Voyager's mission and possibly gets them killed or captured, or he finds a ship, sets a course for their coordinates, and gets blasted by the Vaudouar.
Understood. I'll meet you on the other side of the chasm.
I know you're confused, but you have to trust us.
What is this? Another me? You expect me to trust a shapeshifter?
Welcome, watchers. I am currently going through the Delta arc on my Temporal Recruit, trying to complete out the missions. If you do like what you see, go ahead and give me a like. If you want to see more, feel free to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I stream.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
The circuits are completely fried. Let's find another door. He's trying to override it again. Give me a second. Let's keep going.
So there is an achievement in this mission for reading all the panels.
It looks like he's modified the empty stasis pods to send out bursts of electricity. Tricky. I might be able to slow it down from here, but we can't stop what he's done without access to the main console, which is on the other side of the room. I'll stay here and do what I can to delay the bursts, but you'll have to get past it to shut them down.
Stay here. I'll get to the console and shut it down.
Now, let's see. Got it. You'll need to move through when they're in their disabled state.
Who are you? Why do you keep trying to stop me getting back to my ship?
I'm human. Harry, this isn't going to be easy to explain.
Liar! You can't be me!
I'm your quantum dupe.
There's also an achievement in here for not getting zapped by the electricity here.
The proton bursts? There were 2 Voyagers.
2 Voyagers? Yeah, right. How would that happen?
It was the spatial signal. Think, Harry. You know it's theoretically possible.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why I'm here, or why you don't want me to get back to Voyager.
It's been 32 years, Harry. You died.
I don't feel dead.
The Kabali brought you back. But to do so, they had to change your DNA. Make you Kabali.
Liar! You can't just change someone like that. It's not possible.
I didn't think it was possible either. It is.
So I died and got better, and you... what? Took over my life?
I walk back and forth
In a
on
manner
here
of speaking, but
so I don't
it was my
accidentally
life
roll
too.
into electricity.
Liar! You're working with the Vidians.
Achievement
Good work.
accomplished.
We should keep moving.
Harry!
Jetlaya, are you okay? How did... General Cunell said there wouldn't be any more secrets.
I'm okay. Harry, I didn't know they'd send you.
How long did you know?
Harry, I don't think this is the time.
How long did you know?
I didn't know when I was on Voyager, if that's what you're asking. We need to stop Ketten. He locked the rest of my team away. They're safe, but trapped. We're the only ones who can help him.
It's good to finally meet you. My people are in your debt. We need to move fast. Ketten's not in his right mind. The rebirth process can be difficult under the best conditions, and I don't know. Maybe humans resist the process more than other species. It took me a long time to accept what I was.
And he's having the same problem?
Yes. He doesn't know what happened. I tried to tell him, but he still thinks it's 32 years ago, Voyager is lost in the Delta Quadrant, and we're in league with the Vidians. He's desperate to get home.
When Ketten started tampering with the security devices, he tripped an alert that was sent to the Vaadwaur. They think their soldiers are waking up, which is why they're so desperate to get inside. He's putting us all at risk. We need to help him.
We'll do all we can.
Action item 238. Resurrect your best friend and give him a second chance for a long life. It's not working out so well, is it?
He's trying to contact Voyager. Is that possible from here?
I'm not familiar with everything in this area. We rarely go down this deep. There are still Vaadwaur traps here that make exploration dangerous. However, as far as we understand, this facility was intended as a final shelter for the Vaadwaur. It would make sense that they would have had a way to contact the outside world. But if Ketten finds a communication device and uses it to contact Voyager, the Vaadwaur will hear his message too.
What's your analysis, Captain Kim?
Ketten is a danger to himself and to Voyager. If he succeeds in this gambit and contacts Voyager, he'll draw every Vaadwaur in the sector to their coordinates. I can't allow that. We have to stop him. He's putting Tuvok and his crew in danger.
We need to save them both. Does not seem good. Looks like there was a cultural war.
Just let me get back to Voyager.
On these pods.
It looks like this used to be a server room of sorts, but it's not like one I've seen before. All this is computer storage, and it's massive. 900-year-old Vaadwaur technology. It's a lot different from anything we have back home. And he's using this to completely block us out. Terrific. There doesn't seem to be a way around this.
Can you lower whatever these things are?
I'm sure Jedliah and I can figure out something, given enough time. But if I was on the other side of this, and I am, I'd be trying to stop anyone from moving these. There has to be some sort of reset command. But with our luck, it's on the far side of the maze. Jedliah and I will keep Ketten from blocking you in. But you'll need to get through this and reset the servers so they return to their start position.
Great. You keep working on it and I'll try to find my way through.
Think I can make you a door? Wait here. You're good to go. I'll monitor the area from here.
I'm sorry this is how we had to meet again, Harry.
That makes two of us. You should have told me.
And if we had, what would you have done?
I don't know. But I had the right to know you had a copy of me in cold storage.
Are you saying he doesn't have the right to rebirth?
I don't know. This is all a lot to take in at once.
I know it is. Imagine how Ketten feels.
I have a good idea. Confused, angry, isolated.
So that
Ketten
beeping
died
noise?
trying to save Voyager, and it happened so quickly, he doesn't even realize what happened.
I do believe that's an indicator that the officer...
He understood the risks, and he accepted them.
The officer available in here is on the other side of that wall.
Did he really? Think about the man you were then.
Joining Starfleet comes with certain duties. I understood that then, and I do now.
I seem to remember a kid who was as scared as I was. All we wanted was to get home.
Yeah, I was scared back then. I missed my family. But I did what I had to do to get back to them.
You got back home, Harry. You did what you had to do. Ketten didn't get that chance.
And I'm sorry for him. But is this better?
He has a new life. Ketten can be anything or go anywhere he wants now.
As a Kabali, he's not who he was anymore.
And is that a worse option than being dead?
No, of course not. But I should have been able to choose.
Why? He's your duplicate, Harry, but he's not you.
I know what he would want!
Do ya? Because you can't even convince Ketten to drop this maze and talk to you.
When you put it that way, maybe we are different. He's being so stubborn.
He's you, but he's Ketten too. And he's allowed to be both.
Thought you could handle all my tricks, old man. We're working on it, kid.
Oh, there she is.
Take all the
Finally,
time you need.
I found someone. I got separated from everyone when all the craziness started, and I was trying to find my way to a comm panel to call for help when this maze just rose
You know,
up
you could
around
make this
me.
easier. Drop the maze.
Now I have no
Talk
idea
to
what
us.
to do.
I'll do what I can to help you.
Thank you. And I know this is a
Why?
terrible way to meet a potential
So you can lie to me
captain,
again?
But do you have any places available on board your ship? General Cunell is planning an officer exchange program.
I'm not
and I'm
lying
one of the
to
first
you.
recruits.
I know it's a lot
we
to
want
take
to
in,
learn
but
from the Alliance, as well as thank you for all you've done for our world. I'd be honored if you allow me to join your crew.
don't
as soon
treat
as I
me
find
like
my
a
way
child.
out of here.
If you're not lying, then you stole my life.
Starfleet would be honored to have a Kabali on the Bozeman.
It was my life too. I didn't steal anything. That's great. So you get to do and be everything I wanted, and I get stuck in a pod? My life hasn't exactly been everything I always wanted. Getting home wasn't easy. But you did get home. I didn't. I understand how you feel, but I cannot change what happened. And if you could, you'd what? Trade places with me? I can't do that. All I can do is try to help you now. Stop lying to me! You don't want to help me! You know that's not true. Maybe. Maybe I do. Doesn't change anything. It could. Drop the maze. Let us talk to you. I'm not ready for that. Not yet. I'm so sorry about what happened to you. But all this is just making it worse. Maybe it is.
So I believe I got both the achievements in this mission.
It's not working. But if I do this, maybe I can buy some time. We have him. Ketten, cornered. Without those platforms, though, we have no way to reach him. It's insane. He's manipulating these old defense systems like he's in a Captain Proton Hollow.
I need you and Jetlaya to figure out how to get these platforms operational again.
We have command codes that allow us to interface with the older Vaadwaur technology. We've never seen the need to replace systems that still work. But it looks like Ketten has made some modifications. I'll need to override his changes. The best I can do right now is to expose the central power cores behind each platform.
It's a start, Captain Kim. Does that give you anything to work with?
Yes, it does. Ketten will be monitoring for any changes in the platform's functionality. But I can modify the central power cores to react to energy weapons. If you shoot the cores, you'll be able to power up the platforms and force them open. But you'll only have a short window before he resets them. If we want to do this, Jetlaya and I will stay here to keep trying to seize control of the network back from Ketten. And there's still that matter of the field protecting him.
I'm open to suggestions, Captain Kim.
When the Kabali first found this room, the old Vaadwaur EPS systems were too degraded to handle all the power. They installed regulators throughout the area as a stopgap measure until they could replace the conduits. Basically, it meant that even if one conduit failed, the network would stay active. Those regulators are still in place, and we can use them to get to Ketten.
What's your plan?
Jedliah has command codes we can use to overload the regulators. The chain overload will generate a wave of power that will build until it overloads the generators Ketten is using to maintain the field protecting him. Get these codes into 4 of the consoles and it will short out the field. Once he's distracted, Jedliah and I can reset the platforms to their normal state.
Anything else I need to know?
One last thing. Jedliah and I can run this program 3 different ways. The one that would buy you the most time before the platforms are reduced also takes the most of our attention. There's also a balanced option, or, if you don't like either of those, I can spend most of my time trying to counter Ketten's plans. What do you want us to do? Whatever we choose will determine how difficult it will be for you going forward.
Go away. You're now blocked from my channel from now on. You can't post any more messages. Don't worry about getting across. You focus on Ketten.
Are you certain you want us to focus our attention on countering Ketten? You'll only have about 5 seconds after you activate the platforms before he deactivates them.
I'm certain.
Give us a few more seconds. The cores are exposed. It's your move now.
What are you doing? Are those command codes? Oh, interesting.
He's trying to access data on the new flagship. I'll keep an eye on him.
This is one of those missions that if you don't carry a rifle, you probably should.
That's it. Keep giving me the codes.
Alright. Let's see if I can get this achievement. I forgot there's
Whatever
an
you're
achievement.
thinking of trying, don't. We're almost there.
There's an achievement for getting across here without dying also.
You keep saying that, but I'm still here.
Ah! Nope, didn't get it.
Stand down before this gets any worse.
Worse? How can it get worse?
I don't want anyone to get hurt.
just want my life back! Don't do anything you're going to regret.
No achievement. I'll end up playing this again anyway, so I'll try to get it
I'm going
later.
home, whatever it takes. You're too late. I'm getting back to Voyager, no matter what. This is bad. Ketan used Jedlia's command codes to access the Kabali flagship in orbit and transport himself to the bridge. Not only that, but he has Voyager's coordinates. If he goes there, the Vaadwaur will see it as an act of war. We'll lose Ketan, the Kabali flagship, and probably Voyager too.
He won't stand a chance against the Vaadwaur, not alone.
Exactly. We have to stop that ship.
Agreed. I'll return to the Bozeman. You should get back to the Rhode Island.
I'm coming too. I helped find Ketan's body. I've watched over him during the rebirth process. It's my responsibility to help him now. Please, you must let me do this. I need to fix the mistakes I've made.
Very well. Go with Captain Kim. I'll be on the Bozeman. Transport me directly to the bridge. We're going after the Kabali ship.
I told you to stay away! Why won't you listen? I'm going to find Voyager, and I won't let you stop me. I can arm this ship. Don't make me do it. I don't want to hurt you, but I will if you keep trying to stop me from getting back to Voyager.
Voyager is in enemy territory. If you go there, you will die.
You're not giving me a choice. Computer, arm all weapons and fire! He's got them. What was that? Like a disruption beam. He scrambled all of our systems for a second or two and then went to warp. This is not good. He's set a course for Voyager. His warp drive's damaged, though. He's only going warp 6, and I don't think he can push the engines any harder. Not without an engineering team. I know we can catch him. Then we just have to convince him to stop.
Setting a pursuit course.
Give me one good reason why I can't contact Voyager. They're not on any secret mission in enemy territory. I found them. They're in something called Krenim space. I don't even know who the Krenim are. Voyager is trying to get home. Just like me.
Harry. It's been 32 years. Tuvok commands the Voyager now. A lot has happened, and the Voyager's in a secret mission. If you expose them, they could all die.
Quit trying to confuse me! I know what year it is! I know who my captain is!
Look at the ship's log. I'm not lying to you.
Ketan's not responding to hails. But I think if I use the deflector dish to emit a pulse-tachyon beam, I can disrupt his engines and force him out of warp. But he's going to be expecting something like that. Which is why I'll distract him with a bit of a light show while you send the real thing from your ship.
Start your distraction. We'll configure our deflector dish.
He's out of warp and arming weapons. Get ready. I'm sending you the transporter coordinates for the Samsar's bridge.
Prey, you are in Hirogen space, and that is an interesting ship. Ah, a new Kabali battleship. We have heard rumors about the corpse This is Hirogen space. Leave now, and leave the ship as a trophy. We will see how well it performs in a hunt.
In the name of the Delta Alliance, I ask you to stand down.
The Alliance is the only reason we did not open fire the moment we detected you. You should have left when I was feeling generous.
You leave us no choice. Red alert!
The ship is disabled. Sensors are showing Repair-teams are trapped in several rooms on board, but they are otherwise unharmed. Ketten's on the bridge alone. If I could talk to him, maybe I could convince him to come back home. There's no one who understands all he's going through like I do.
Agreed. I'll transport with you to the bridge.
I'm going to. I have to see Ketten face to face. It's time to talk this out.
One to transport?
Maybe you should talk to him first. Try to calm him down. He's not in the mood to listen to Harry or me.
I'll do what I can.
Why are you trying so hard to keep me from getting home? I need to... I don't even understand what's going on anymore. Why do I look like this? Like them?
They're called Kabali, and you're becoming Kabali too. Did you see the data on the ship's log?
I saw the stardate. What happened? How do I get back to Voyager? To my time? How do I get back to my life?
Harry, you died 32 years ago. The Kabali revived you, but you will be a Kabali. There's no going back.
I died? I can't remember. Why can't I remember? You're taking my memories from me. I won't forget. I can't forget Voyager. I cannot forget my friends.
Even if you lose your memories, your friends will never forget you. But Voyager is a part of your old life.
Ketten, you have to stop this. If you contact Voyager, I'm done listening to you. I just want to go home. I want my life back. The life you stole from me.
I understand. I wanted to be Ensign Lindsay Ballard. I loved my life, my friends, you. And then I died. And that life was gone. I tried to get it back, but I would have been living a lie.
So I should just give up who I am?
No, I'm saying that life ended. But now you have a chance to live a new one. I'm gonna be with you every step of the way. Action item 478. Help my best friend own the day. Every day.
Even with everything I've done?
forgiven. We don't hold grudges against family.
I can't tell you what to do, Ken, but the Kabali will be there for you. And I'll do whatever I can to help. Would you tell me what happened? Voyager, and how you got home. About Mom and Dad and Libby. I think I want to know. Of course I can.
Thank you for your help. Ketten's going to have a new life with us. A long and happy one where he can be whoever he wants to be. My people have been outsiders for so long. The other species don't understand us or what we have to do to survive. We want to reach out to them. Be a part of the Quadrant again.
And if Ketten decides he wants to explore the Quadrant again?
If Ketten decides he wants to leave Kabali Prime at some point, that's his choice. He can even rejoin Starfleet. But we will always be his family.
Fair enough. Captain Kim?
I'm happy for Ketten. He gets a second chance at life. A different one than what he had planned, but that's the way life is. When I graduated from the academy, I never thought I'd spend 7 years lost in the Delta Quadrant. Didn't think it would take me as long as it did to get my own command. Didn't think Lindsay and I would never. That's all in the past now. And it's made me the man I am today. Just like Ketten will be the man he's supposed to be.
I'm glad to see it that way, Harry.
I'm not letting the Kabali completely off the hook, though. Cunell told me there wouldn't be any more secrets, and then they kept this from me. If the Kabali want to be a part of the Delta Quadrant community, they need to be more forthcoming about who they're adding to their families. These men and women aren't getting a choice. Maybe rebirth is a gift, but it's a gift people should have the right to reject.
Agreed. Good luck, Captain Kim. Energize.
Ketten has been sent back to Kabali Prime to finish the process of rebirth. In the meantime, the Kabali have agreed to make their list of currently held bodies public knowledge. Anyone who wishes for their dead not to be turned into Kabali will have the body returned to them. Thank you for all your help with this. This was very personal for me to deal with, and I'm glad I had someone like you at my side to help me through it.
I'm currently on leave from Voyager, and I was passing near the Hobus system in a shuttlecraft when I picked up some odd energy readings. I took a detour to investigate. You can't be too careful where Hobus is concerned. But I wouldn't mind some help. Can you rendezvous with me at these coordinates? Having a real starship here would be a big help.
Alright. With that being said, I think I am going to call it. If you have been watching, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please give me a like. If you'd like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I stream again. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a good